All right, guys. Good morning. My name is Joshua Harris, Regional Director with Senior Life Insurance Company. I have the privilege this morning of introducing to you all the Director of Agencies, Mike Harper, down out of Thomasville, Georgia, with the home office. Mike is one of the original owners and shareholders of the company. He's going to take a few minutes of his time and share with us the opportunity. So sit back, grab your notepads, and take some notes. Any questions that you have, we'll be able to get those answered at the end. Mike, are you on the call?
Yes, I am.
All right. Can you hear me?
Hey, you got me
down? Your side.
Great. All right. Well, good deal. Well, thanks for having me today, Josh. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for being on the call. We've got a large number of people on the call, so, we'll give you an opportunity for questions and answers after the webinar dealing directly with Joshua. Joshua has been with us for several years. Those who don't know Josh, he's a great guy. He's a tremendous leader. He not only, when I say leader, he's not a manager. You manage inventory, you lead people, and Josh leads from the front. He can get out there and pop $7,000 or $8,000 production in 3 or 4 days any week, and he does that all the time. And so he can teach you how to do the same thing if you'll bring the ingredients to the table that we're going to talk about through this webinar. So, you'll be in great hands with Joshua and what he brings to the table. Let's tell you a little bit about the Senior Life story, and there, as you can see, is a picture of the home office. And, next is Dale and Ron Powell. They're our company founders, our CEO and our president. They had built a large final expense agency with a dream of owning their own company one day. A lot of hard work and commitment. That dream came true in 2000, and they're the primary shareholders. They allowed myself and 7 others to buy in at that time who were with their agency. I am fortunate to have been the 3rd largest shareholder to buy in with them behind the Powell family. And, the company, they bought it and has slowly grown it through the years on purpose because you want to be, financially sound as you grow a company. And so we've grown very slowly up to recently. Now we're growing by leaps and bounds. It was incorporated in 1970, the company. We purchased it in 2000. It was in 6 states at that time. Today we're in over 40 states. We changed the name to Senior Life when we purchased the company, Senior Life Insurance Company, because that's such a great fit for the market that we're in. We've operated debt-free every single year that we've been in existence. And we are reinsured by the 2nd largest reinsurance company in the world. And so there are 0 financial issues. Now, I'm going to talk to you as we go through this about our formula. We have a proven formula. It starts with the legacy assurance sales system that I'll introduce to you momentarily. We have a high-quality lead program, and we actually have the broadest product portfolio in the final expense market, a great compensation package. You can do this in the field in states we're licensed in. If you're in a state like where Joshua is, we're currently not licensed in Ohio. Joshua just sells it over the phone, do telesales. You qualify for group benefits for you and your family. It's a proven track record. Josh provides hands-on training, and he has proven leadership without question. Let's talk about the leads first. That's what a lot of people want to know about. How do the leads work? The leads are the backbone of any successful team. Individual agents actually can get by without leads, and I'm going to tell you in just a moment how to do that. But at Senior Life, we do have high-quality leads. I want to make it perfectly clear to everybody. We are not a lead company. And let me repeat that. We're not a lead company. We're an insurance company. We are the carrier. We're not the agency or a lead company or anybody making profit on leads. We have a department that's dedicated, though, solely for the purpose of assisting our agents in generating leads if you need assistance in that area. Now, there's a couple ways that you can generate people to talk to. One way you can do it is you can get out and do it the way I started my career and just knock on doors. Park your car at the end of one street, go up and down, knock on enough doors where you eventually get in some. If you're willing to work hard enough, that way will work. We've got people being successful doing it that way with no leads. If you're on the phone, you'd have to get a scrubbed list from the do not call list, and just get there and just start calling. I promise you, it's very, very difficult. But if you call enough people, you're going to make some sales. The whole key to that, out of one of those systems, or getting referrals or networking, the whole key to it is the same thing as the key is with leads. You have to get in 15 presentations a week. If you do that, you'll be in a 6-digit income with 15 presentations in a week. It's very, very simple, but it's not easy. You got to work to get in 15 complete presentations. Now, if you're like myself, when I had an opportunity to get on a lead program, and a lot of other people, I jumped at it. After many years of banging doors, working referrals and networking, to have 15, 20, 25 people a week that had expressed an interest in what I was offering, to have their names and addresses where I could go see those people, meant the world to me. The type of leads that we can generate is direct mail. How we do direct mail, you pick out the area you want to mail to. This is primarily used for field sales agents. You pick out the area you want to mail them to, and we'll mail them out to the area you want them to go to, and those leads come back in, they're yours. There's obviously a cost for leads. Some companies tell you leads are free. We give you free leads. We're going to put you on a 40% contract and give you free leads. Well, you just paid 40 or 50% for those leads. So if you do $10,000 in a month, you paid $4,000 or $5,000 for those leads. So first thing I want you to understand is leads are not free. No matter where you get them, there's no such thing as a free lead. People will sell it that way. We could do the same thing. I think it's deceptive to say that. There's always a cost for leads. You can't do these printings and mailings for free, and you can't run television commercials for free. Place you an ad in the Yellow Page book like we do and see if it's free. There's always a cost for it. And so what we do is your cost to be whatever it costs us. We pay a mail house, it's a print shop that does the mailing for us, $350 to mail out 1,000 of the direct mail. That would be your cost if you want to do direct mail. It's $350 per 1,000. The TV leads are costing us about $35 a piece, the same as the Yellow Page leads. That's what it costs us after we do all of our work. Now, this doesn't count our staff that we have working on it. We've got a full-time staff of 5 people that are assisting our agents with generating these thousands of leads that we do every week. And that's not included in with it, but about $35 a piece. So we've got these leads, our TV commercial, and we'll show you one in just a minute, and the Yellow Page one. We have one other type of lead, and that's a follow-up lead for new agents getting started. They're $2 a piece. Those leads are typically going to be over 6 months old, and they may be 1, 2, 3 years old. I don't know, maybe 4 years old. But they're $2 a piece. We allow people when they first start out to get some of those. And the only reason we charge anything for them is so we don't have to raise the cost of these other leads because they're costing us a little more than what you're paying for them. All of our leads are exclusive. The only time they're not is those follow-ups have been worked once before, and we put them back in inventory after they've been out for 6 months. And then you have an opportunity to go back and see those. On those, you're going to close about 1 out of 10. On the direct mail, it's about 1 out of 4. And on the TV and Yellow Page, it's about 1 out of 3. That's kind of the closing ratio. What I'm going to attempt to do now is play the television commercial for you so you can see exactly how it works, and hopefully this audio will work for you well. Give me just a second, and it should start playing.
Do you know the average cost of a funeral is over $7,500? Are you or your loved ones prepared for this financial burden? If you're age 85 or younger, the Senior Care Plan from Senior Life Insurance Company can ease that burden by paying up to $30,000 for funeral and any other final expenses. There is no medical exam, and you'll have lifetime coverage. Your rates will never increase, your benefits will never decrease, and your plan cannot be canceled by Senior Life. To receive free information about the Senior Care Plan and to lock in your lowest rate possible, call the number on your screen now. Also, receive information about a free prescription discount card by calling now. Don't leave your loved ones paying your debt. Call 1-877-896-4186 now. You have no obligation. Operators are standing by. Call now.
very basic and simple, straight to the point. This next lead that I'm showing you, this is the Yellow Page ad. This is a quarter-page ad that's running in the Yellow Page books all across America, in which these people look at that and they call in on the 800 commercial. As these leads are generated, they call a call center, and whenever they call that call center, hold on, I think I've been interrupted here. Did I click something? My assistant's in here working on my computer, so I think I messed something up. Okay. She said the screen wasn't showing right. Hopefully that fixed it. But this is the Yellow Page lead right here. If the screen wasn't showing right that I just told you about. Very basic and to the point. Now, I told you earlier that we have the largest product portfolio in America in final expense. We do. We have a super preferred plan that offers the lowest cost final expense rate in America if you get into a competitive situation. Our preferred plan is basically our non-smoker. We have a standard plan, a joint plan, a 20-pay. All of those plans are full benefit from day one along with the term plan. And we have a few other plans that we don't even have in this list because it gets to be too many to go over. Now, we are on those plans. They're all full benefit from day one. No growing period or waiting period, no modified. The underwriting is very, very simple. To give you an example, our standard plan and our preferred plan, our joint 20-pay, all these plans, you can qualify even if the client has high blood pressure, taking medicine for that, and insulin-dependent diabetic, cholesterol medication, nerve problems, they can still get day one coverage with no waiting period. We have the modified plan for people with health problems. We have the easy issue and guaranteed issue plan. And the reason we developed the term plan is for those people that you run across that tell you, I just want term insurance, because they've read it in a book or they had a family member who worked for A.L. Williams back in the day, now Primerica, or something like that, and they just believe that they should only have term insurance. So we've got that available. If you run into that person, then you've got that option to have that available for them up to $50,000. You're in control of underwriting all of these policies. There are no MIBs, no script checks, no APSs, no third-party underwriting. The only exception to that is on plans $20,000 or more, which is less than 2% of what we write. We do a script check, which is where we check their medications, and it's instantaneous. There's no delay on that. The only other thing we do is we are going to do phone interviews with these people from the home office to verify on your first 20 apps that you're doing it correctly. After that, they just spot check as they can to make sure that we're doing everything correctly and asking all the questions and recording all of the information. Very simple. We issue the policies the day we get the money from the client's bank, and you're paid that day. And that's the advanced commissions. We pay those advanced commissions the day we get paid. So if you go out, if you're a contract with us and you went out yesterday afternoon, and so you closed a sale at 6 yesterday evening, you could upload that into our system, scan it and upload it to us. You could fax it to us. You could mail it to us. If those people gave you a live check, the day that we receive that business, so if you wrote it last night, you sent it to us last night, we get to the home office this morning, and that business is there with a copy of that check, we pay you your commissions today. There's no waiting. We already have our money. If you do an initial withdrawal, it takes us about 3 to 4 days to receive that money from the client's bank to know that we have it. The day that we know we're paid, you're paid. It works just that way. And we have a system in which you can have no chargebacks out of your advances. Now, let me show you how that works. The industry standard in our market is to do a 75% advance. That's kind of industry standard. And we have that available. Company will advance you 75% of the annualized commissions. And as soon as a policy lapses, they take the chargebacks right out of the next advance. We have that available with every plan that we have. And so you can do that. But we also have a system where you can take a little bit less up front, take 60% of the annualized commission rather than 75%, and there'll be no chargebacks to come out of your advanced commissions. I recommend you go with that route. 99% of our agents are on that. They like it a lot better because you know exactly what your paycheck's going to be. Everybody who starts on the 75, they want to switch over. The problem with the switching over is we've advanced you that extra 15% for 3 or 4 months before anything starts lapsing, and that's got to be paid back. And so it really puts you in a hole. I recommend you do the 60% advance and no chargebacks out of advances in the long haul. You're going to be a whole lot better off as far as regulating your pay. We do have pay-through. That is the unearned portion of what was not advanced to you. So, for example, if you do the 60% advance, that 40% that's not advanced, when it's after that 60% is paid back and that 40% starts paying, which will be after 7.2 months, it pays as earned directly to you after chargebacks are covered. That's what we'll hold the chargebacks if you do the 60%, and we will apply that earned money to pay those chargebacks off after that. Then what will happen by the time you've been here, say 20 months or 24 months, what will happen is that pay-through account will be earning $4,000 a month. You'll have $1,000 a month in chargebacks, and the difference of $3,000 will pay out to you on the first of the month. It's actually about the 8th of the month that it pays out. We also have renewals. Our renewals are a little bit different than most people's renewals because it's actually a number you can build something with. It's not a small renewal number, and they pay for life. They pay for your entire life. As long as the client is paying us, we're going to pay you. And that's a huge difference because most final expense companies cut your renewals off after 5 years or 7 years or 10 years. And so that's a huge difference. The other thing is the overrides. They pay the same as everything else. And then you have the option to purchase in with stock ownership if you'd like to after you've been here for 3 years. One other huge difference in the way we operate versus any other company that I know of, I'm never going to say we're the only one who does this because companies make changes every day. But as far as I know, we're the only company where the commissions are levelized from a newborn all the way up to age 85. That's the age we write in, and it's the same commission rate at all ages. Most companies, every company that I know of reduces it after age 80, and most of them reduce it at age 75. Others have a reduction for younger people when you write that grandchild or that child, that senior citizen. Our commission rate is the same, and it's the same whether they pay it through their checking or their savings account. It's the same commission. Now, you can do the Direct Express with us. It is a reduced commission. It is paid as earned because, to be quite frankly, that's a very low-quality business. I personally wouldn't write any of it, but we do have it available. If you run across it and you want to write it, it'll pay as earned through the pay-through, and, you possibly make a little bit of money on that. But that's kind of how our compensation package works. The tools and supports, you can do it in the field. You can do it on the phone. We are building right now, will be done by the first of the year, a web application where they can just sign with their finger on your iPhone or iPad or any smart device. We do have a new agent training class that we do in Thomasville, Georgia, that you're welcome to attend. We have training videos and the webinars like this to help people not only with this, but with some training on the sales side. Excuse me. Folks, this right here is the game changer, the Legacy Assurance sales system. Let me tell you what Legacy is. Legacy Assurance is a separate company from Senior Life Insurance Company. It's a company that provides its members with high-quality funeral merchandise at about half the price and sometimes a third of the price of what they typically would pay at a funeral home. They offer caskets, urns, monuments, vaults. It's a value-added service. When you become a Senior Life agent, you can become a Legacy Assurance representative, and you can enroll all your policyholders as Legacy Assurance members. This locks the price of the merchandise in for life. Also, the members can benefit from the Family Assurance Support Service. This is a service that will call the funeral homes on behalf of the family members and help negotiate the prices. Who's thinking about trying to talk the funeral director down on the price of his services when they're up there to talk about burying a husband or a wife or a son or daughter or mom or dad? Nobody is. Legacy Assurance will put the arm around that and do it for you. So they're going to be an advocate on your behalf. Not only save you a lot of money on the products, example of the savings. And on the screen now, you can see a variety of caskets. We have a lot wider variety than this. But these are high-quality, 18-gauge steel caskets. You know, the lowest price we found from calling a bunch of funeral homes, or Legacy did, the lowest price they found for these was $3,300 for the high-quality 18-gauge. There's some cheaper models that you can get cheaper, but for the high-quality casket, $3,300. They average about, I'm going to say roughly $4,500 at funeral homes, because I've seen them be as much as $6,000 and $7,000 and $8,000 is what people have told me. And so when you're offering it $1,500 with Legacy Assurance, $1,500, and the price is locked in for life, you've got something to talk to these people about. You've got a way to help them save their family a lot of money off the cost of this merchandise. You can get a casket, a vault, and headstone package for $3,500. And when they become a Legacy member and you enroll them in a senior life policy, Legacy Assurance will accept an assignment of benefits from Senior Life Insurance Company to cover the cost of that merchandise. Legacy considers that payment in full. At the time the policy is issued, the assignment is done, and that locks the price of the merchandise in for life. This price includes the cost of overnight shipping to the funeral home to get it there. It's a tremendous savings for the family members. And we've had some local people to use them. I've actually talked to a couple funeral directors, and obviously they're not happy they didn't get to sell the casket, but I had one to tell me personally, and his words were, this is at least as good of quality of anything we've ever offered in 40 years, if not better. Do you think we could buy them from y'all at $1,500? Folks, that's the type of quality is. Legacy is wholesaling these, and it is going to be a tremendous tool to help you make more sales. Members get a discount also when they give you a referral. They get $25 credit off the cost of the merchandise, up to 4 referrals. So that's $100 off of that casket. It was $1,500. It's now $1,400 if they give you 4 referrals. You know, and so Legacy will become a referral machine for you. I mean, it's going to generate you a lot of income. Our agents using Legacy the way they should. They tell me they're picking up about 3 extra sales a week. On just small policies, that's going to generate you an extra $1,000 a week in your pocket if you use this. And it costs you nothing. It's a tremendous tool. Now, how does it help? It's going to help you close more sales. It's going to improve your persistency. Policies with Legacy attached to it versus those without it carry a 10% higher persistency. You're going to get more referrals. It's going to add value for your customers. And, folks, that's the most important thing it's doing. It's not a gimmick. It's not one of these things you hope people use. This is going to save them money. It's going to help these families on the worst day of their life to take a little bit of the financial burden off of is what Legacy is going to do. And Senior Life is going to help take the rest of it off this. And you're going to earn a lot more in renewals because more business is going to stay on the books. You know, so this is how you grow your business. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. First, you have to become successful doing it yourself. You can't, then you start recruiting. Why you do one first? How are you going to teach somebody how to do something you can't do? Then you start recruiting. Josh will be helping you with that. And you can get a good team underneath you and open up your own office and build whatever kind of team you want to. And Josh will be right there with you, step by step, leading the way and showing you how to make that happen. Perks and incentives. You can qualify for health benefits. We have an annual incentive trip that we work on every year. This one that we're just about to wrap up, we wrapped it up yesterday, I think. And Josh qualified, he, you know, as usual. And the annual incentive trip this Josh just won is to Costa Rica for him and he's going to take his entire family with him. You know, we want you to take your entire family with you. We have a Rolex club that you can qualify for. $150,000 annual premium issued in a year, which nowadays is nothing. As an individual with the right persistence, you qualify for a Rolex watch. Now, that'll be in your second full year. And around here, people ask what time it is. All everybody says is Rolex time. It's just a symbol of success, something you can be proud of that you earn. And we love helping more people become members of Rolex Club. And then we have all type of push weeks and promotion weeks. We also believe that you should advance as far as you want to go without anybody holding you back. I talk to people every day who are working with various companies, and they're under so many levels of management. They're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down the totem pole, that they're never going to have an opportunity to be at the top level. They never are, no matter how high they get. Well, with us, the lowest contract we even offer is 80%. That's typically for somebody who's new to the business, going to need a lot of help. That's typically where you would start at, because Josh will have to invest a lot of time in working with you and helping you make sales. For experienced people who've been in the business for a year or two, and they're not going to need somebody to hold their hand as much, they typically start on 90%. And, then you can move yourself up by hitting certain production numbers. When you were a team, are doing $90,000 in a quarter, which is $30,000 a month. And we've got individuals doing that. Our top agent for the last 4 months has issued over $60,000 each month, 4 months in a row. So, they've qualified for an even higher number than that. So that would be a 95% contract. If you got you and a team doing $50,000 a month, and we've got this one guy that's an individual who's done that, he's promoted himself to 100% commission schedule. When you're doing $75,000 a month, it's a 105. $100,000 a month, it's a 110. And there are levels higher than that. You get up to as high as a 130 whenever you're doing $1 million a month. Now, there's some other companies out there that have been doing this a long, long time. And they've got people doing $1 million a month who are on they got people doing $1 million a month who aren't even on a 115. And they'll never go any higher. And we brought people on board. They've got teams doing $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a month on 80% contracts. Why are they on such low contracts doing $100,000 a month? Would they be on 110 here? Very simple. There's so many layers of management ahead of them, they're never going to advance there. But we believe here that you should always have an opportunity to move up if you get the job done. And you always will here. I'm going to show you some income opportunities that we had run by some actuaries and some accountants. We took into account a 100% commission level. 100% commission level. It's obvious if you're doing $100,000 a month, you'd be on a 110, but we're just using conservative numbers. We don't want to balloon any numbers. If you're issuing $10,000 a month in personal production, which is just 16 sales, for doing that right over here, you can say first year commissions. Your advance commission for that would be $78,000. That's on the 60% advance. If you have a team doing $100,000 a month, your override's to be $117,000 that year, for a total of $195,000 in first year commissions. That won't change if we keep the commission schedule the same. But by the fifth year, you take that $195 and you add the renewals that you'd have built up after 5 years, factoring in persistency and everything, would be $84,000 a year. About $6,000 a month. Yeah, 6 or 7. And that puts you at a total of $279 by your fifth year. I made close to that my second year in this business on a lot lower commission schedule and a lot lower renewal schedule. By the 10th year, you're at $325. At $325 by your 10th year. Now, let's look at what happens if you take that team and you grow it from $100,000 to $250, staying on the same contract. And on doing $250 here, you would be on a $120, I believe it is. With a $250 team, the same commission level, and you'd be 20% higher than that. But using that same commission level to keep it conservative, it's still the same thing, $78,000. The overnights go up to $292,000. You're at $370,000 in first year commissions. 5 years down the road, you add in the renewals, $413,000. Now it's getting serious, folks. That's $784,000 by the 5th year. 10th year commissions with renewals, first year would still be the same, but the renewals, look where they're at, over $50,000 a month. You're right at $1 million a month. It would be over $1 million a month, because that would be a 120, not a 100. These use conservative numbers, factoring in persistency. This is the type of opportunity that you have if you'll take advantage of it. And folks, those 10th year renewals are vested 100%. That's $51,000 a month vested 100% for your family. Because what happens is you have a named beneficiary. After if you retire, it keeps paying to you. You decide you don't like the insurance business, you want to get out, we keep paying you. You say you're not making enough money, you're going to go to another opportunity, we keep paying you. Those renewals are vested, they're yours. You die, we keep paying it to your wife. My wife loves that side of it. She loves the fact that something happens, she's going to get her a good husband next time. That's what she tells me. I hope she's joking. But you know, she'll be able to afford to. That's the good thing about it. I know my family's going to be taken care of with the renewals I built up in this business. It's better than any 401k can even think about being. Now, folks, we have, I believe, the best opportunity in the final expense market overall. Bar none. We may not be number one in every category, and we're not. Nobody is. But when you put all the categories down that are important to you, such as leads, quick pay, simple application, one-page application, you know, daily pay, daily overrides, health benefits for you and your family, option to sell it over the phone or sell it in the field, or do a combination of both. The advancement opportunity with never being held back. You know, and you throw legacy assurance on top of that, folks, we have the best total package in the industry, bar none. But if you're going to succeed at this opportunity or any other, you have to bring some things to the table also. Because understand what I'm about to say clearly. We will not make you successful. Senior Life Insurance Company will not make you successful. Our opportunity will help you. But see, I learned a long time ago, insurance companies don't make agents successful. Agents make insurance companies successful. I've been an agent 33 years. That's how it works. It's not the other way around. So I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke and tell you it's different from that. That's the way it is. But the tools we have will give you the vehicle you need to get to the finish line. We've got all the tools you need, but you've got to bring to the table honesty and integrity. We expect you to be honest with these seniors and honest with the company and do your business with integrity. You need to be coachable. Let Josh give you advice and guidance and help, share his experience on how you can succeed in this business. You got to bring a strong work ethic. You got to be willing to work. You got to put in the time to get in 15 presentations a week. I always tried to get mine done in 3 days. Didn't always happen, but that was always my goal. And I tried to be at the first house by 9 in the morning, and I wouldn't try to get in the last door till 9 at night. That's right. 12 to 14-hour days, Monday through Wednesday. I'd have my 15 presentations done. If you do that, you're making a 6-digit income. The people who do 15 presentations are averaging $5,700 in annualized premium a week. Do the math on the commission schedule. You'll see you're in well over $100,000 a year income if you do that. But you got to work to do it. And it won't be the lead's job to get your presentations in. It's your job. The leads just assist you in getting out there. But if you've got the work ethic, you'll make it happen. The next thing, you got to have a winning attitude. You have to be that type person who gets up every day expecting to win, not getting up thinking, well, I hope things work out. And I've coached some ball in the past, years and years ago, youth rec leagues and all-star teams and travel teams. And I'd ask the kids, you know, you're going to get out there and make it, get out there and make it happen. They'll say, I'm going to do my best. And I say, that's not what I asked you. Are you going to get the job done? And all I want to hear is a yes. And see, folks, it's an attitude you have. It's not, I'm going to try, I'll give it my best. You got to go out there saying, I'm going to make it happen. For those who don't know Joshua, he was very successful on the athletic field in football. He was one of Urban Meyer's best quarterbacks he's ever had. His stats are right there with Tebow. Was voted Heisman. He didn't go out on the field saying, Coach, I'll try to do it. He went out there and said, Coach, I'm going to do it. See, that's the attitude you have to have if you're going to succeed in anything that you do. The next thing, you have to have a desire to succeed, and I'm going to add to this a willingness to change. So what I'm telling you is if you're a dishonest, hard-headed, lazy, negative person not willing to change anything, for God's sake, do yourself and Josh a favor and do not accept this opportunity. But if you're an honest person who's willing to let somebody more successful than you share how they did it, and you're willing to work hard to succeed, and you've got a winning attitude, and you want to change your life, we've got the best opportunity in America, and I encourage you to take advantage of that opportunity. Now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn it back over to Josh and let him give y'all his contact information. Before I do that, I just want to say one last thing, and that's, guys, whether you take advantage of this opportunity or you decide to pursue something else, I challenge you to make up your mind that you're going to change something, because if you didn't want to change something, you wouldn't be on this call today, if we're perfectly honest. I've been right where you are. I've been there before. You make a decision, and then you stick with it, that you're going to take charge, and you're going to succeed, and you're going to win at this in business. And you make up your mind, whatever you're going to do, you're going to be the best at it. If you decide to open a lawn care business, make up your mind you're going to have the most profitable and successful lawn care business in America. And don't let anybody hold you back. If you get in that frame of mind, the only person who can ever stop you is you. And I challenge you to get out of your way and make it happen. It'll make you a better person, a better husband or wife, mother or father, a better friend. It will help you excel and achieve great things, not only in business but in life and helping others. And that's the most important thing we do, is we help other people in the worst day of their life. And then if you get into the recruiting business, you help other people. Josh, that's all I had. I'll turn it over to you to close it out.
All right, Mike. First of all, I want to thank Mike Harper for taking the time to help us with this presentation. I also want to thank everybody who took the time to take a look at the opportunity. Hopefully it has generated some questions for you. I want to make sure that you have the ability to reach out to me so we can get those questions answered. You can reach me at my cell phone. My direct line is 614-266-9020. You could also reach out to the person, obviously, who invited you to the webinar. But my direct contact information is 614-266-9020. The email is theharrisgroup2016@gmail.com. The Harris is Harris, group 2016@gmail.com. Again, everybody, I appreciate you taking the time. I don't take that for granted. We look forward to talking to you about the opportunity here real soon. Thanks a lot.